Hey guys, this is Keenis here, just going to show you my melee duelist. Currently, this character is standing number 3 on the duelist ladder. There's some interest in how melee characters are playing with the new gems. I've had this character since before the original duelist changes when we got a reskill, and then also with the new gems. So what I was going to do is start out with a dungeon map. I'm just going to run it white so that there's not any mods to kind of show you an objective approach. It's also got Brutus in it, which hits pretty hard, so I thought that would be a good show of what kind of damage this character can take. So my primary attack on this character is a double strike, and I have it linked with several different things. I use double strike, mana leech, melee physical damage, multi-strike, and then splash damage. So the two new gems. They're not fully leveled up yet, so the DPS is a little bit lacking. Splash damage actually scales really well when it levels as well, because the damage to other targets is reduced by 2%, or actually I think it's 1% per level. So it goes down to 31%, or you do 69% of your primary attack to other targets. And so when that levels up a little bit more, and when I get some better quality in it, it's going to be a lot better. I thought I'd just jump right into play and then kind of explain my build afterwards. That way, if you don't really like what this character does, then you don't really have to watch it. So these are increased melee physical damage. Takes me a bit to get my charges all set up, but then once they get going, the character actually gets a lot stronger, which kind of encourages you to play really quickly because you want to get between all the packs before they run out. So I like to use shield charge a lot on this character because it's a really both offensive skill when you can move around the battlefield really quickly, and then it's really defensive because if I need to get out... Oops, I'm talking and I let my endurance charges fall. If you need to get out, it allows you to escape really quickly as well. So here's a reflect pack. I do some elemental damage, and one of the most defensive parts about this build, reflect damage really does nothing to me, and that has to do with how my attacks are set up and how they're damaged, and then also the reduction that I have. One of the things I've noticed with multi-strike is since it attacks so quickly that you get a lot of desyncing with it. It's not too bad in groups for some reason, but when you're playing solo play, it's much more noticeable.
My spirit is spent.
I'm just going to try to rush to Brutus, so I walked past it way long ago. This is one of the pain in the ass things about melee, is that every range guy runs from you, while range people can just pick them off and they don't move.
My spirit is spent.
So I like to use, oh, he's almost dead already. I like to use Temporal Chain on bosses and other guys versus Enfeeble because it allows me to move either around them very quickly and they attack a lot slower. Therefore, my defenses typically are a little bit more effective against him because if he's going to slam, I can just charge at him. Or if he's going to do anything, I can just run circles around him. It also allows me to block attacks or dodge attacks like that. So this guy is just not very threatening. Most of the bosses in this game, I can just face tank, which is attributed to the really defensive nature of this build.